Hello everyone, this is Lana. Welcome back to the channel where my inner dialogue becomes outward in awkward video form. In this video, I'm going to discuss something that is very personal and might sound irrelevant to most people, but it does aim to have some general interest conclusions because it's the result of a lengthy personal survey of facts of life. Over the period of almost 2 months, owing to the Amsterdam housing crisis that no one is trying to avert or improve, and I'm especially mean the government, me and my boyfriend have been unable to find housing for 2 full months. And because of the insane competition and because of the unregulated manner of things working, we have couch surfed for almost 2 months, period in which I only had at hand a small luggage, the kind that you take in the plane without paying much extra, in which I had
very little clothes.
which in the context of my existence is probably the most ravaging thing that can happen, because I am highly dependable on how I look in the way I feel, or I used to be. And this is why I am making this video, because I have learned some things that I hope I will not lose in the future, because it might be a pity to have gone through that awful period without learning much. I am by all means a maximalist. I have an unholy amount of clothes. I have always had an unholy amount of clothes because I'm a crazy thrifter. My mom is a crazy thrifter. And I have always been lucky to also have other sources for clothes, like people giving me very nice stuff since I've been on Earth. Therefore, I have quite some luggage. But that luggage in that 2 months period was in storage. And given that life was being very precarious for me and my boyfriend, there was no point in taking the stuff out of storage. Therefore, we just had to manage with what we had. And I have considered what I want to say, and I made a list because I don't want to be too long. And first of all, after that month, I don't care as much as I used to about the way I look and the way my looks make me feel. Because beforehand, if I felt like my outfit was off in any way, if I felt underdressed or overdressed or just dressed beside the point, I would be completely uncomfortable and I would want to leave whatever occasion I was in at. Now I think I have become the protagonist, and my clothes do not control the way I feel anymore, or at least as much, because I did have one bad outfit a couple of weeks ago and I felt very off that night, but I was just in a very vulnerable mood, I guess. Another lesson is there are endless combinations. I'm sorry, mathematicians, to have proven by way of practical experience, I mean empirical experience, the fact that a finite number of things generates an infinite number of combinations. But here I am. I didn't think you can have so many different outfits with so little clothes. I usually saw that I had this talent when I was traveling, but I always deplore the fact that I am not able to perform that well when I have all my clothes back. And I think I am now. The third point is shout out to my innermost part of my soul, dressing well does not depend on having a lot of clothes. Well, who would have thought? I think I passed the test of those 2 months because I only felt horrible dressed for the first 2 weeks when I was like, okay, yeah, let me put this white t-shirt again and this striped shirt on top of it and just drag through the world and try not to cry all day. But after 2 weeks, I was like, okay, let's roll. Let's put that white t-shirt and that striped shirt again and just go in the world and own it, you know? Because it was nice. I also got a job during that period, so I was an active member of society. My fourth point is the color scheme is everything. The only reason for which I was able to combine those clothes in infinite combinations was due to the great choice of color scheme, which is something I never had. If you look at the color scheme of my clothes, it's completely off. I cannot decide on anything besides the fact that I like brown a lot. And fortunately, I just made very good choices when I packed for the week of looking for housing in Amsterdam, which turned to be 2 months, for fuck's sake. And therefore, be very, very, very attentive to your color scheme. The people that always dress in black are the luckiest, but I could never be that person. I just like too many colors too much. However, I do not want to be a minimalist because what happens is I feel like I am being punished if I have too little clothes. I feel like the world is against me, and when the world is against me, I end up hating the world. And first of all, I hate up really, really hating the clothes that I wear. And therefore, maybe I need to be a medium-list because I obviously have to declutter, but yeah, not declutter that much because I don't want to. The lesson of these 2 months of minimalism, yeah, that was like a free trial, you know? You want to move back to Amsterdam? Okay, first you need to couch surf for 2 months, and if you pass that test, you will get the paid trial. You will get to pay rent and live like a human being. And I have passed the trial. I have found an apartment, which is really nice. I'll talk about it some other time. The conclusion of those 2 months is definitely the fact that I can be in control of the way I feel based on solely that and not on the way I look, and that my projection of my own style does not count as much as it used to, and I am now in control of the machine. The machine is not in control of myself anymore, which is probably the best thing I acquired in the past 10 years, given my rather toxic relationship with clothing and dressing and just my external appearance in general. And this is where my story ends. I hope you like the story time. I think I wanted to make this video first of all for myself, to mark that I have passed this threshold in regards to how I relate to the way I look, and I truly hope I said something slightly relevant for others too. I hope I'll find you around next time. I hope I'll find me around next time on my channel, and bye bye. Thanks for watching.